Last month, I pointed out the similarities between this part of a speech by senior White House official Stephen Miller at Charlie Kirk's funeral.
We are the ones who build. We are the ones who create. We are the ones who lift up humanity.
And this speech by famous neo-Nazi Richard Spencer.
To be white is to be a striver, a crusader, an explorer, and a conqueror. We build, we produce, we go upward.
And it's been pointed out by many that that also sounds a lot like a quote by Hitler's head of propaganda, Joseph Goebbels, who referred to his audience as the will-bearers, witnesses, builders, and finishers of his people's unique uprising. Interestingly, that specific speech in 1932 by Goebbels is called "The Storm is Coming," so it's a little sus when Stephen Miller said this.
The storm whispers to the warrior that you cannot withstand my strength. And the warrior whispers back, I am the storm.
Anyway, here's a different part of the same speech.
The light will defeat the dark. We will prevail over the forces of wickedness and evil.
And here's a clip from an incredible documentary on the 2017 neo-Nazi rally in Charlottesville by filmmaker Dia Khan. These overt neo-Nazis are seen removing the swastikas from their shields ahead of the rally to avoid being too overt in their Nazism. You know, they're not Nazis, they're just alt-right. And here's the pre-rally pep talk.
We are the forces of light and civilization, and we are fighting against the forces of darkness.
Okay, now listen to far-right influencer Benny Johnson in a press conference after getting what they claim was a death threat in a letter.
We must understand the battle. We are fighting good versus evil, darkness versus light. And good must conquer evil.
You can trace this light versus darkness rhetoric back to the Dead Sea Scrolls, a religious text, but it's also been used by Nazis like Chilean author Miguel Serrano. And to be fair, you could just chalk that up to extreme hyperbolic language. It's not hard to spontaneously or independently come up with that metaphor without consciously referring to the Dead Sea Scrolls or Miguel Serrano. But what this metaphor means is we can't reason with our opponents. This is an absolutist battle for survival, and nothing is off the table because we're the forces of light against the forces of darkness. This is the kind of rhetoric you use to get the people on your side to ignore the atrocities you commit in the name of fighting the forces of darkness. We're dragging children out of their beds at night and zip-tying them in the street. Yeah, that looks bad, but we can't be the baddies. We're the forces of light fighting the forces of darkness.
Are we the baddies?
It's something you say to prepare them for violence and whip up the kind of fervor on your side to fight with all means necessary, up to and including genocide. You don't believe me? Here's another example.
אנחנו בני האור, הם בני החושך, והאור ינצח את החושך.